Several companies are manufacturing real-life surrogate robots that people use to send out into the real world that they remotely control so that they don't have to go out into the real world themselves. This is directly out of the film Surrogates 2007 starring Bruce Willis about this exact scenario when society largely is afraid to interact with anyone outside of their own home in their own body, so they use their surrogate robot. And now this company, Suitable Technologies, is actually built a primitive version of a surrogate, and they said that they're ready to ship. This is a trailer from their website, suitabletech.com, where this bizarre surrogate is attending a business meeting because it's just so difficult to Skype in. You need your radio-controlled robot to drive around the office at the cost of probably tens of thousands of dollars. Yeah, see, it's too difficult. She couldn't have Skyped that guy. She needed to drive her radio-controlled surrogate robot down the hall to talk to him. This company actually has these things built, and they are ready to ship. Their Twitter account here, which only has 200 followers, posted this picture of the boxes saying that they're ready to ship. Now, this surrogate is quite primitive, obviously. It's basically just a remote-controlled iPad. But there are other companies that are manufacturing very advanced surrogate robots, like this one, that envisions people using them to commit crimes. This is bizarre. You know, I guess you just don't need to travel to go and see the Grand Canyon. You don't need to go and travel to see the ocean. No, just use your surrogate robot, and you can just see it virtually. It'll be fun to drive your remote-controlled iPad. It's basically an iPad attached to a radio-controlled car. Isn't this sweet? Isn't the Orwellian nightmare fun? Yes, it's so difficult to Skype in or to FaceTime someone on an iPad or an iPhone, smartphone. No, you need your radio-controlled beam. And they're calling it beaming. And these people envision these surrogates everywhere around the world, and then you just log in and then you choose where you want to go. Do you want to go and tour the Grand Canyon without actually getting off of your couch? Well, you just register for your surrogate, you pay your monthly fee, and then you will log into a surrogate and rent one at the Grand Canyon. This is very bizarre, very, very strange. It hopefully will be just some sort of utopian dreamers. I remember looking at old Popular Mechanics magazines from the 1950s and 60s and seeing the ridiculous ideas that some of these engineers had, that they had for the future. Many of them thankfully didn't come true. But this company not only envisioned this, they built them and they're shipping them. And like I said, this one that the BBC covered it looks extremely advanced. So if these surrogate robots take hold, as most human beings are becoming afraid to actually interact with a fellow human being, this is the kind of future that we're going to have. The scenario out of the film Wall-E, where the robots did everything and the people became fat blobs sitting in their chairs. It's practically here. This is almost America at this point. So this is pretty creepy. It'll be interesting to see if these things actually catch on, if this is some sort of a fad, if the surrogate becomes advanced like the one that the BBC covers here. So just a heads up, they're actually building and shipping surrogate robots. That's right. You don't need to go and see the ocean. You don't need to walk on the sand with your bare feet. You can just rent a beam. You can just beam yourself there. Isn't that cool? Through your suitable technologies surrogate robot.